start as well. How did you approach this game, and what was working for
I just feel like this all led up to how I was practicing earlier in the week. I feel like I had some of my best practices of the year. It's just been paying off. We've been running some more sets for me, so it's been working. I just gotta knock down my free throws. I feel like this new kind of offense we're running is very effective, especially with me. I'm able to pass. I can post up, so we've just been looking to get the ball in the paint more. So, with me being able to score down there, with the traps coming a lot, that opens up the floor for us. So, yeah.
For Sencire, obviously you get your first start tonight too. How do you approach starting versus coming off the bench and bringing the energy like you do?
I'm not really fazed by it, you know what I'm saying? I help my team with the win, obviously with the defense side, bringing more energy for the first. So my team needed me, and I stepped up for them.
Seems like after every game, coaches keep saying, I got to play Sencire more. What's that feeling like as you continue to build trust with Brad and continue to make your impact on this team?
I'm excited for that. I mean, obviously hearing Coach say that he needed to play me more, and it's obviously that he's leaning to trust me more, so that's what I'm gaining for.
What's been key to settling in this quickly and to be able to progress from the start of the season till now to where you have a role and you're solidified?
Re-say that again?
What's been key to settling into a role this early in your career and to where you have a role and you're solidified in that rotation?
Oh, it feels great. My team knows what I'm going to do, and they expect that every time from me, so.
I was wondering, in the second half, you guys, right here. In the second half, you guys ended up outscoring the team by just 5 points. It was 38-33. Obviously a lot different than the first half. What do you think kind of changed in the change of the frames, and what kind of things are you trying to work on coming out of this game?
Our second half is a little rusty, obviously. So we're coming back stronger. Obviously, we're gonna go back in the gym, fix that, because we got to come out the same way as we came out the first half.
I guess for both of you guys, I know Terrence and Brad kind of talked about reflecting and kind of working on stuff over the Christmas break. When you guys kind of got back from that, how do you feel like you guys responded as a team to that?
I felt we responded pretty good. A lot of after that loss against Missouri, it was just on to the next for us. It was all about getting better. I felt like we handled that real well.
Sencire, going from 5-out offense to spread and changing from like the switching defense to more of like a pack line fighting through the screen type thing and downing ball coverages. How has that changed for you in 3 days? Like, you guys basically went one game and then you have 3 days practice and then it's just totally different?
We had actually we practiced 2 days. We practiced in the morning, then we go in the afternoon. So we were really dialed in as a team, and we knew what we had to get the job done to execute what we was doing.
Anything else for the players?
Thought we played really hard. Thought we had really good focus tonight, especially early. I thought our week of practice helped prepare us to do that defensively, and I think 20% the first half, 11% from three. I love the fact that I think we had only committed 3 or 4 fouls at the 16-minute mark, or the under 4 media. We fouled a little bit late. Been a point of emphasis. And then, 17, what do we have assist-wise? 17 assists. I thought we had better ball movement. I think our guys are starting to understand. We obviously made a change. Sky's out, hurt his shoulder. That's a day-to-day, game-to-game type deal. He did that yesterday in practice. I thought Sencire was excellent. Sencire provides a different energy and is as good a freshman defender as I have coached. and takes so much pride in it. I thought he was great. I thought Terrence was great defensively as well. And then obviously Dain. We still got to continue to clean things up with Dain in terms of execution, but you saw what he's capable of. I think he can score on anybody. And he's a guy that has plethora of tools to score with. We got to continue to look for him, and again, I thought he was outstanding. So, all in all, really solid night. I thought we got better, and now it's 18 Big Ten games staring us in the face.
And with Dain, what was kind of the decision-making process to have him start and have him be a big part of that kind of change offensively?
Points in the paint, his efficiency, I didn't love his rebounding effort tonight because he's been so good at it in practice. He's been just dominant in practice, just dominating practices. I mean, literally dominating. I mean, it was Kofi-esque type domination in practice, and he's been getting every rebound. Hasn't played a ton of minutes, so I think extending his minutes may have something to do with that. But we need his efficiency. We need points in the paint. We need his rebounding. We need his physicality. Time to make that change.
You changed a lot defensively as well, fighting through screens instead of maybe switching things. What led to that decision?
Fouls. You look at our numbers, Brad, and we are excellent or very good in just about every synergy category when it's 5-on-5. And that's still with us fouling a lot. A lot of our fouls were coming because of the matchups or the mismatches, and just being half a step off. And I thought we committed a few bad ones tonight, but for the most part, I thought we cleaned a lot of that up. And we've got to be able to guard without being down 6 if there's 7 or 8 at the end of the game, because we go to the foul line a lot. Terrence gets to the line a lot. Dain gets fouled a lot. That needs to become an advantage for us. So it was a big reason. I hope it helps our defensive rebounding. Now, I wasn't very happy with that. They had 7 at half. But multiple factors from really analytics to force that change.
Luke's injury early gave Sencire a chance to crack that rotation. Now he's to the point where he's starting, and you keep saying you want to play him more. How has he responded to you keep giving him more and more opportunity, and sometimes that might get a guy off kilter, out of rhythm?
He's been great. The good thing with him is he just plays. I don't know how to describe it. He doesn't try to overcomplicate things. He keeps it simple, and then he just competes. And his competitive level is what separates him from 99% of the country. I mean, if he's going to play one-on-one with Cassie, he's going to try to beat her 100-0. And he goes every single day with Chester, and it's a bloodbath. When they play. I mean, he's just there's a competitive edge to him that overwhelms his thinking and his mind, and so he loves it. He relishes those things.
Brad, you mentioned the assists. I think you had your best assist rate tonight since the Syracuse game, and you did it on a night where you shot in the 20s from 3. What does the spread concept give you from that, sharing the ball movement versus what you were getting out of the 5-out?
Passing, literally passing, side to side, give the defense a chance to move, create an opportunity. I mean, we had 15 turnovers tonight. I think Coleman had 3 on outlet passes. I think we still put ourselves in bad position in 2 or 3 others where we made passes that just guys couldn't do anything with it. And that's, we didn't run any ball screen stuff tonight. We still have actions we've got to run and continue to. Tonight was a good opportunity to just, get guys, and the guys got to understand that, there's enough sets out of spread that I'm going to get them shots. RJ late in the game, we just ran a little dribble entry play, and his guy got lost. He got a clean look at a three. RJ's going to be – he's had his best 2 days of practice. He made everything today. I was excited for him, and he's lost some confidence. But good shooters always have to work their way out of that. And, the looks he got were really good. Matt had a night that, again, I don't worry about Matt. He can brush stuff off pretty quick. But yeah, all of a sudden that becomes, you had the 4 or 5 layups we missed off first cutters, and you had 2 or 3 or 4 of those threes, and all of a sudden you're at 100 plus pretty easy. And so I like the shots we're getting. That's the most important thing, and that was better than it has been.
It was a much closer second half, 38-33 in that ending frame. I mean, what did you think are the main kind of areas of improvement coming out of that?
It's really hard to play when you're 40 up at half. I mean, you're going to have slippage. You're going to have matchups that you don't maybe play. You're playing guys at longer minutes, longer stretches. It's a great opportunity to do that. Like I said, the biggest disappointment was their offensive rebounding the first half, and second half we fouled too much.
Zach has been here now for, about what?
Four practices.
Where's he at?
Four practices.
In his development. I mean, obviously you've seen him before, but now you get to work with him.
It was no chance of him being able to play tonight. And you guys got to understand, he's a really, really good player. But until he can go out there and not hurt his other teammates, because he doesn't know what we're doing. He's cerebral. He's picked up spread pretty well. But on the defensive side, it's continuing to learn, and it's continuing to grow. So, conditioning is good. It's not great, but he's a guy that will just continue to develop and monitor and I'm going to be very, very fair with him and our guys. At some point, maybe this year, maybe next week, maybe whatever. I don't have a timeline. When we feel like he can help us, we'll play him.
With Sky out for however long he is, what's key to weathering that at the point guard? I know you didn't start one in terms of a traditional point guard tonight.
It's the beauty of spread. You don't need one. They're all their spots are interchangeable. So it's just putting guys out there. We've got to have somebody be a little more vocal and kind of quarterback things and get guys to our spots, and you grow into that. It's spread's not easy. It's not an easy thing to learn. We're been working at it a little bit, and we're getting better at it.
Can Sencire lead at this point as a freshman? I know that you've talked about him being someone that exhibits what you want, energy-wise, toughness-wise. Can he lead in that sense?
Not totally. That's just from the complexity of being a college basketball player and knowing what system is and all that. There's a leadership in that, but effort by example, absolutely, he can lead. He's natural born, and like I said, Sencire wants to fight every day in practice. Literally fight every day in practice, and I love it. My type dude.
So you're done with the non-conference. Where do you think you're at, or are you where you expected to be at this point? You knew you had a lot of new guys coming in, but.
I said it before. Let's compare last year's resume and this year's resume. Our best non-conference win a year ago was Mizzou, and they were awful. Their coach got fired. Okay, maybe you want to go K-State? They weren't a tournament team either. Their coach got fired. We had nothing last year. Now, we just took 5 freshmen and have 2 top 10 wins, and if the season ended today, give me that resume every day. And let's see, Missouri's 13-1. Granted, a whole lot of factors. We didn't play any good. They beat us. That loss ain't going to hurt you. At Maryland's not going to hurt you. Virginia's top 5 in the country. I don't see how that one's going to hurt you. Would we like to have won them? Yeah. But you guys remember now, I've said from day one, we're really, really young. And there's going to be road speed bumps in the road. It's not going to be smooth. And that's the truth in the case. I told our team, I love our upside. I love where we can go, and I love where we're at because we've had to deal with some stuff. I mean, and now we're starting to get to the point, Brad, where, and I say this, the hardest thing about freshmen is they always think about themselves. It's never us. Now we're starting to think about us because they've dealt with it. And you always come out of that kind of stuff, okay, now we get Zach here. Now we'll see what happens with Luke. Now we start to get whole again, and you figure things out as a coach. So I love where we're at. And I think we're going to win with our defense. I think we're going to win with our toughness, and I think we're going to continue to figure out, how to keep getting better, and that's all we can ask for. So we're 9-4 and 2 top 10 wins, and okay, we didn't play very good last game. The world's not coming in. It's always the long game, and it's never all you guys think about is the game. I think about the long game, and where we're at, and pretty happy with that.
Thanks, kind of with that spread system. What did you guys kind of implement that, and how much familiarity have they kind of had with that system or this kind of system so far?
No, we've been working on it a couple of weeks. Like I said, I felt some holes and some changes since Maryland, and so it was really about practice time, just getting enough practice time to start breaking things down and working on it. And so we've put in segments of it in practice, but here in the last, prior to Missouri, we've spent a good amount of time on it.
Was the suit a Christmas present, and any reason for pulling that out tonight?
I've had it. There's no other than Jeff, and I've really put Jeff in a bad spot because Jeff's lost like 100 pounds, and I just said the other day we're gonna go suits or sport coats, and he had one of those those oh golly moments, like now he tells me the other day he's like $550 at the getting them tailored, and 3 of them he can't get, but I said, you make enough, you're all right. No, I feel good in them. I'm tired of, I got tired of it. Why not? And I got a closet full of them, and now I will say this, they're hot. I don't know if I'll go back to the tie, but we'll see.